Hi and welcome to Rainy Dewey's Art Spot. If you're new here, welcome aboard. And if you're returning, thanks so much for coming back and watching. This video is about making little note cards to send to family and friends that you care about. I have some cards that I've had printed at Vistaprint. There are images of paintings that I've done, but sometimes I want to do something a little more special and show someone that I care, so I'll make a little simple note card, which is what I'm doing here. The cardstock that I'm using is from a pack of cards that I purchased at Michael's. It's you get 50 cards in a package. They're less than $6 a package. I looked online, they're $5.24 at this date for 50 cards. The cardstock is 65-pound paper, which is pretty thick, and these cards are scored so you can easily fold them in two. And the size of the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, and they come with envelopes. So you really can't beat that for less than $6. You've got a pack of cards, you put a little effort into it, and there you have it, something special for your friends. So in this image, I wanted to make a card for a good friend of mine who recently had eye surgery, and so I'm kind of practicing. I haven't made these little note cards in a while, and so this video is one of two parts. So this is going to be a simple card to practice. This one won't go to Terry, but I'm going to do another one in the second video that I'll be releasing that will have be a little more detailed. Anyway, so I'm doing some simple tulips with a couple of ladybugs having a conversation. And what I do is I start by using a very light hand and drawing my image on the cardstock. And then I will take these artist's pens that they're permanent and color fast. So when I put a watercolor wash on them, they don't bleed or run. And once I have my design sketched in pencil and outlined with these artist pens, I'll wait a minute or so until I'm sure the pens are completely dry, and then I'll erase the pencil marks. And then once that's done, I'm going to start doing very small watercolor washes. And so with this little pink tulip, I'm just starting with a simple wash of a very bright pink, and I'm just doing it a wet wash on dry paper. And you can see I'm just taking my time and relaxing into the process. The only thing about this paper is you can't use it like regular watercolor paper where you would do large washes on this cardstock, otherwise it will bubble. But you can do a simple card like this without any problems. And so I like to keep these kinds of cards on hand, and I gave away my last one recently. So when you have some kind of a special need for a friend, or you want to let them know that you're thinking about them, these kinds of little gestures, I mean, I guess for me, it's what I can do. I can't do a lot of things, to help, but I can let people know I care and give a little of myself. And so that's why I do some handmade cards for people. And so the nice part about it is, so you buy the cardstock for $5.24. You get yourself a fairly decent little brush. They're only a few dollars. And then you can actually use Crayola watercolor set. So with a very small investment, you have the potential to make 50 cards. I'm using my regular watercolor set here, and just building one layer upon the next. I enjoy doing whimsical things from time to time because my artwork is typically very realistic, and this is an opportunity to just relax into the process and not be so stressed out about whether it's going to turn out right, quote unquote right. And this also gives you an opportunity to practice your watercolor skills of doing very small washes. I decided to make the ladybugs, instead of red, I'm gonna make them pink because I can. And so that's what I would encourage you to do. This little card, I didn't speed up the film. This is real time. It took a little over 6 minutes to make. And then what I do sometimes, in the blank space above the tulip, I'll write some little message, thinking of you or whatever. And so this is how I begin, just by doing some simple cards and sharing them with special people in my life. If you make cards of your own, I'd love to see them, hear about it if you'd like to leave a comment. I do thank you so much for watching. Look for part 2 of this card making video series where I'll continue and paint the card that I actually did send to Terry. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.